aka Mr. Take It Easy. For you end up like BZ. Matter of fact, hey, chat, did you miss me? You know what I'm saying? Let me go and say it again, chat. Did you miss me? I'm gonna say it one more time for y'all, chat. Did you miss me? You know what I mean? But nah, though, man. Like I said, y'all, we back on Twitch, man. Every single day. I know y'all probably like, bro, when is Jay going to live stream? When is he going to live stream? I'm so tired of it. Can he just live stream already? Can he just live stream? You know what I'm saying? But nah, though, man. Y'all know I'm a late bloomer, man. You know, I want y'all to hear this right quick. Everybody that's watching the video, man, y'all just hear this right quick. We going 5 minutes aside. Look at this, y'all. Shh. Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear the peace? This is what I love about nighttime. Peace. No noise, no traffic, no horn. You know what I mean? Straight peace. You know what I mean? But like I said, y'all, man, College Football 26 is pre-ordered, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Jay is finna get right back into his prime. Like I said, y'all, College 25, man. Before I get into what I'm finna say, like I said, man, make sure y'all subscribe to that second channel, man. Hey, man, 500 subscribers for the kid, bro. Y'all go and give me the 500 subscribers, bro, so I can start getting paid, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm right there, bro. I'm not trying to be doing this junk for free, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love it, bro, but golly, it feel better if I'm making money off it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, though, man, subscribe to my second channel, man. Link in the description down below. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited, bro, to get back in my prime. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Long time no see, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Long time no see. You feel me? Like, for real, I'm talking about College Football 25 was freaking terrible. You know what I'm saying? It was freaking terrible. A disappointment. And I'm doing the same thing that I was doing last year, y'all. I'm doing the same thing that I was doing last year. You know what I mean? I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I really just can't believe it. You know what I mean? But I'm doing the same thing that I was doing last year. I was so excited for the game, y'all. I'm talking about, bro, hype was real. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, y'all, hype was real. I was hyped the freak up just for it to be terrible, bro. The game was freaking bad. Oh, my God. For the real ones, look. The real ones know the Quinshon Judkins nigga. Oh my God, bro. Dude, the man, bro, every time I faced an Ohio State user, I knew what the freak with this nigga. It was crazy how I was losing the trash nigga. This nigga was just spinning from the 50-yard line all the way to the... I couldn't believe that this nigga was really spinning like that. This nigga was spinning. I'm like, what the... And nigga wasn't even... He don't even do that. Like, Quinshon Judkins is more of a power back than an elusive back. Why the freak is this nigga spinning from here to here? You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all, bro, college football, we're uploading baseball games. Baseball games starting tomorrow. Like I said, bro, don't think I ain't staying in tune with my Dodgers, but baseball games are dropping tomorrow, bro. We're not just reacting to my Dodgers. You know what I mean? We're reacting to everybody. So baseball content starts tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, for all my baseball fans. But I'm already in tune with my Dodgers, bro. I just don't be reacting to them, you know what I'm saying, until now. Had to wait until basketball season finished, bro, in order for me to focus on baseball season.
It's time to go over the College Football 26 presentation deep dive that EA Sports just dropped. Now, this video is presented by the EA Creator Network, and they did get me the information a little bit early so that I could get this video ready for you. So we're going to dive into everything they've done with presentation this year. We're going to go over new mascots, dynamic lighting, new team runouts, and more. And also, don't forget the Dynasty deep dive is coming tomorrow, so we're getting a bunch of information back.
What? Dynasty? Hey, chat, you know what I mean? Should I do Dynasty? I think y'all rather prefer franchise than Dynasty. I don't know. I think y'all like franchise more than Dynasty. I feel like my supporters like franchise more than Dynasty. You know what I mean?
To back, that's
I don't think people really care about Dynasty.
Important one. You're not going to want to miss that. We're also
I don't think y'all really care about
deep dive very soon as well. So if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on.
I think y'all just care about franchise more.
As it drops. Trying to hit 650K subs before the release of this game. So if everybody watching just subscribed, we can hit that number in a couple days. Now, there's no trailer or video for this specific deep dive. There will be one tomorrow.
2020, Jay, better than 2025, Jay? What? That is crazy.
There is a lot of good info here. And they start off by saying that, you know, they delivered good presentation.
That's freaking crazy.
25, but they really wanted to up it in 26. They felt like they laid a good foundation last year, but they want to keep building on top of that. And the first thing we got to start with is dynamic time of day. In-game lighting is a key part of making a visually stunning game. It says that we've made major improvements in this area for College 26. Our improved lighting systems boost the realism
lighting
from
systems
the pre-game warm-ups to the post-game celebrations. One of the most requested features last year was dynamic time of day. Now as you are playing the game, you'll notice a change in lighting from quarter to quarter. You could start a late afternoon game and then it will be dark before you finish. But they're also going deeper than just that. They're adding regional time of day as well, which means a 6 p.m. kickoff in Chestnut Hill will look different from a 6 p.m. kickoff in Austin, reflecting each location's unique lighting. They're also adding seasonal time of day. It says games in November will get darker sooner than those in September.
All right, man. Like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want the freaking game to be all right? You know what I'm saying? I want the game to be all right. You feel me? Just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying, man? Play, like I said, man, get the freaking lighting, bro. I love the lighting for sure. The lighting was cool and all, you know what I'm saying? But I need that gameplay to be picture freaking perfect. You know what I'm saying? And y'all talking about, look, bro. Y'all look, bro. Y'all talking about the freaking 2022, J, man. Bro, you just like me cussing, bro. That's all y'all like, bro. Y'all just like me freaking cussing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was, bro. You just like the freaking cussing, bro. We're not cussing no more. I told y'all that. It was all about the cussing. You just want me to freaking cuss.
Of year. For example, a game that starts at 3:30 p.m. in Happy Valley in September will still have the sun up at 5 p.m., but a game in November, the sun will be down.
Who am I going to use, bro, other than Bama, bro?
A game that looks and feels alive no matter where you play. This feature ensures that every game feels distinct, whether it's a sunny afternoon matchup or a primetime game.
I just need to know who I'm going to use.
Now let's move on to some more pageantry stuff.
So if y'all not paying attention, like I said, bro, the first update, bro, the lights, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, bro, I guess this dude is an EA developer, bro, so I guess he's just giving us updates, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, what's going to be in the game, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trusting Eric, though, man. I'm trusting Eric, man, you feel me? Hopefully he's not like the other EA content creators, bro, that just be giving us BS, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this is the real deal, you know what I'm saying? But the change of day, man, is definitely, bro, A1 steak sauce for sure. You know what I'm saying? I like that, bro, you feel me? Like, I like the change of time, bro, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm actually in a college game, you know what I mean?
It says one of the most exciting additions for College 26 is the evolution of pregame runouts and pageantry. These celebrate the unique traditions and energy of each school. It says this year we've upgraded runouts, introducing a tiered system that adapts to the game's context and reflects each program's individuality. Whether it's a primetime game, a rivalry, or a quick matchup in your road to the college football playoff grind, our new runout system ensures that every game is tailored to the moment. So this starts with epic runouts, which is primetime pageantry. It says reserved for special night games across iconic locations. Epic runouts aim to create the best primetime experience. These sequences include light and drone shows drawing from the many real-world references. The focus is to immerse players in the thrilling atmosphere of a major matchup, with the lights dimmed, phones out, and Cocky at center stage hyping up the crowd at South Carolina University, where the stakes are high and the energy level hits at an all-time high. One standout feature for College 26.
I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about using South Carolina, though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. South Carolina, bro. I know I'm gonna use Bama, bro. But I gotta think about it, bro. Like, honestly, bro, like, you know, I feel like, bro, who gonna be a good team, bro? You know what I'm saying? I know we going all the way this year in college football. Jalen Mildew is gone, bro, so the problem is gone. So I'm like, you know what? I know we're finna go all the way this year. I know nobody compete with us, bro. But other than Bama, bro, I really don't. Who can I get jiggy with this year, man? You know what I'm saying? Everybody suck. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sucks, man. You know what I mean? Ole Miss suck. Ole Piss sucks. You know what I mean? Arch Manning. I don't want to use them trash old Texas Longhorns. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the freak to use other than Bama, bro. Not finna use no Bulldogs. Who the freak am I finna use, bro? I can't use none of the ops.
Is the use of light and drone shows in the pregame experience. These visual displays are
I can't use none of those
and tailored to each team, adding authenticity and excitement to the game. Teams with light shows include Alabama, Auburn, Georgia.
You said what about Bama? What you say?
And excitement to the game. Teams with light shows include Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Nebraska, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina State, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Texas State, UCF, Boston College, Notre Dame, Rutgers, and UCLA. Each light show.
You said who's Bama's QB? I mean, we got, you know, we got we got 3 5-star QBs, you know what I'm saying? So we can choose from anyone. We going from a 6'5" Austin Mack to a 5-star top recruit Keelan Russell, you know what I'm saying? Or we can go with a 5-star recruit, Ty Simpson. Jalen Mildew was a problem. I'm trying to tell people that Jalen Mildew was literally a problem. I see in my own eyes, bro, throw the game. You know what I'm saying? I see in my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? So please, you feel me? Please, you know what I mean? He's just like Daniel Jones. Jalen Mildew, just like Daniel. How I felt about my Giants, bro, is the same way I felt about that Jalen Mildew, nigga. I personally seen, bro, throw games, personally. You know what I mean? He the reason we lost the Michigan game. He's the reason we lost the Tennessee game. He the reason we lost the Oklahoma game. Without Jalen Mildew, we make it to the playoffs. Simple.
It was tailored to reflect the school.
All you had to do was stop the trash nigga run. That's all you had to do. When teams seen that you stop Jalen Mildew from running, you know what I'm saying? That's how you win. That nigga can't throw. That's why I said, Seahawks, you in for a world of trouble, my brother.
And stadium vibe. For example, for Alabama, the stadium lights up in red, creating a bold visual that matches the Crimson Tide's strength. For Tennessee,
that's as worst we gonna get, bro.
Shines brightly, capturing the spirit.
Worst we gonna get, man. That's as worst we gonna get, bro.
Spotlights move across the field, adding.
Have you seen our recruiting lately? Have you seen our recruiting, bro? We got crystal ball, bro. We're finna get like 5 stars, bro. Like, literally, bro, we're top 5 in recruiting. Nothing changed, bro. It was that Jalen Mildew nigga, bro. I'm telling you. We had a top 5 defense in the country last year. We have a top 10 O-line. Jalen Mildew was the freaking problem. You know what I'm saying? Milroe has potential? What? You said Mildew has potential? It'd be so funny when people try to be so different. It's hilarious how people try to be so different, talking about Mildew has potential.
Tar Heels entrance.
Oh my God. It's so funny.
Elevate the spectacle.
You know what I'm saying? I literally seen the nigga throw games. I literally seen. You cannot tell me nothing. I watched every game, bro. I watched every single game from first quarter to fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? You cannot tell me nothing. Just how I tell you, bro. I can tell by niggas that don't watch Alabama games, bro. I personally seen this nigga, bro, throw games away. I personally seen it. I personally seen him throw away the Oklahoma game. You know what I'm saying? I personally seen this nigga throw away the Michigan game. I personally seen this nigga throw away the Tennessee game. What you talking about? This Mildew? We call him Mildew. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call him. You feel me? We call him Mildew.
Technology with school pride. For example, Clemson's drone will form.
That's what we call him. We call him Mildew.
Ohio State's drone.
Where do you think he got Mildew from? Where do you think he got the name Mildew?
The Buckeye.
Oh my God, that's young fella.
Ohio State's drone creates a recognizable block O.
They having drones? Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, college football, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I really feel like, bro, 26, man. And I feel like with GTA dropping, it's the best thing that could have happened to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I just can't wait, man. I'm really, for me, bro, honestly, when it comes to college football 26, I am going for the #1 spot. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I'm going for the #1 spot, bro. You know what I mean? This is my year to blow up, man, on Twitch. I'm really taking Twitch more serious than YouTube. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? This is my year to be the best Madden streamer, to be the best college football streamer of all time.
Form a tiger paw in the sky, while Ohio State's drone creates a recognizable block O and Brutus the Buckeye. Teams with drone shows include Arizona State,
bro, what's with the throw, bro?
LSU, Texas, Ohio State, Clemson, and Nebraska. These shows display intricate aerial patterns that blend advanced technology with school.
Hey, bro, before I stopped playing Madden, y'all know I was like top 200, right? You know what I'm saying? Before I stopped playing Madden, you know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know I was like top 200 before I stopped playing Madden. You know that, right?
For Texas, the drones create the famous Longhorn logo in the sky, making.
I don't think niggas understand I don't lose. I don't think niggas understand that.
The drones illuminate the night with
really don't lose.
Designs, honoring the Tigers' rich heritage. Now, those are the epic runouts, but they also have the traditional standard runouts, and it says tradition and atmosphere. What we
I know that hurts. I'm trash when I own you.
Foundation of last year's sequences, incorporating more traditions and new mascots. So some new stuff this year is Ohio and Utah. The motorcycles lead the runout, adding power and excitement to the entrance. For South Carolina, it says the iconic Cockaboose arrives, celebrating the Gamecocks' unique tradition. For the Oklahoma Sooners, the cherished wagon rides onto the field, representing the spirit of the Sooners. And they've also added some more team runouts runouts than just that, but those are just some of the examples that they gave. Then they also got something that's called quick runouts, which is streamlined for speed. It says these sequences are shorter versions of the standard runouts, offering a quick experience without losing the essence of college football. This is going to be the default for the Road to the College Football Playoff online mode, which caters to ranked players prefer efficiency, but they also can appear in Dynasty mode for unranked CPU opponents at home. So maybe for the unranked opponents, you get a quicker run out. For the rivalry games, for big opponents, you're going to get more standard run out.
And that's what I'm saying. Make the college football like playoffs, bro. It could have been better last year. You know what I mean? Cause my first time hopping on, I ain't gonna lie, I won the championship. My first time hopping on. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know what I'm saying? When I make it, you know what I mean, to the freaking college football championship, you know, I need to feel like I'm in a championship, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I want to feel like I'm in a championship. You know what I mean? I want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel the experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel it. I want to feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to feel it.
And then for the night games, for the really big games, you're going to get more epic runouts. So kind of
tailoring
it to the hype of the game.
I think I'm going to bump right here.
But they've also added some different stuff for Road to Glory here that they mentioned. It said Road to Glory runouts are specifically designed for the Road to Glory experience, offering a more personal view where you are actually in the runout from the tunnel to running across the field. Unlike other runouts, the Road to Glory runout sequence uses a player-controlled camera that gives you the perspective of your athlete. Use the right stick to look around
play Road to Glory?
And up at the fireworks.
Y'all want me to play Road to Glory?
Top of the press box as you hear 80 to 100,000
Road to Glory, Jay?
And this is pretty cool. They did show us this when we were down at EA.
Road to Glory, Jay in the building?
Player in Road to Glory. You can look around the tunnel at the players around you. You can look around the stadium, which is cool. It's just a nice little touch. Not something that's going to make or break the mode.
Roll Tide,
something that just makes you feel a little bit more immersed in your career mode, which I think is pretty cool. Moving on to band formations, it says also keep an eye out for iconic pregame band formations across teams such as Illinois, Appalachian State, Minnesota, Penn State, Louisiana Lafayette, and many, many more.
Bands?
So there's going to be more band formations in the game.
Thank you. It's halftime show? Thank you, bro. We're having a halftime show, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're having a halftime show, fellas. You know what I'm saying? We are having a halftime show. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm happy again. Like I said, they got me again. They got me again. I'm got. I'm caught. Like I said, I've been got. You know what I'm saying? Do not fall for nothing I say. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get the game. I'm done with college. I'm done with Madden. That's BS, man. I just be talking. You know what I mean? I'm getting it every year. I'm getting scammed every year. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Don't listen to nothing I say. You know what I'm saying? Do not believe it. Do not believe it. You know what I mean? 2K, I'm getting it. You know, I'm getting everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know this.
We'll see, I guess, for pregame and
y'all know this.
Even in the middle of the game,
oh, man.
Time or something.
I'm lying.
They're just adding a little
more. I'm just angry. You know, 25 may be trash, but we gon' test out that 26. You know what I mean? 26 must be trash, but we gonna test out 27. 27 might be trash, but we gonna test out that 28. We gonna test it out till I'm in the grave. We testing it. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm just finna not get mad and I'm not finna get 2K and I ain't finna get college football, nigga, I don't give a dang about GTA drop. You know what I mean? GTA drop, we gonna be on GTA, but best believe I'm finna test that 27 out. Best believe that.
Touches onto that presentation. Moving on to the mascots here.
I'm testing that thing. I'm testing it out.
Prioritize expanding and improving these features to bring even more authenticity and personality to the game.
Heck
your feedback from last year. This year, we're excited to introduce new mascots and touchdown/turnover traditions to celebrate each.
Can I see my elephant, please?
So here are all the new mascots that were added this year. There's quite a bit of them. So I'm gonna have
my niggas, just can you show my elephant? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why are you showing Utah and all this? Bro, show Alabama, bro. We should be the first one shown, plain and simple. You showing these unknown schools, bro. We are the talk of the college, bro. We are the dynasty. We are the standard. Why are we not showing that first, bro? What's up? What's going on? Why are you showing Utah and Syracuse? Bro, show the elephant, bro.
Have them up in a few separate screenshots for you to look at, so you can see we've got Utah in the game, Iowa, Arkansas, Duke. We've got Kansas.
Duke? We got Duke in there? Duke? You know what I'm saying? Why the freak is Alabama not here and you got Duke? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the freak, bro? You got Boise State, Boston College, Louisville, SMU. What are you doing, gang? Where's Alabama, bro? You know what I'm saying? What the freak is wrong with these niggas, bro? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Don't piss me off like that, bro. You showing the other niggas, bro. You ain't showing Bama. Oh, real talk.
Kansas State, Mississippi State, Boise State, Boston College,
What the freak,
Louisville,
bro?
Pittsburgh,
Freak going on, gang?
SMU, Army and Navy.
I want y'all to hear these names that this nigga saying, bro.
And Kansas State, Mississippi State, Boise State, Boston College, Louisville, Pittsburgh, SMU, Army and Navy, NC State, Ohio, East Carolina, South Florida, Northwestern, Washington State, and Oregon State, Rutgers, Kentucky, Missouri, Air Force.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why the freak I ain't here in Alabama yet, bro? You know what I'm saying? What the freak, bro? You know what I'm saying? What the freak is you doing, gang? You know what I'm saying? It just pissed me off, bro. I don't like that jump, bro. You disrespecting the freak out of us right now, gang. The freak is wrong with you, bro?
Arizona, Baylor, Cincinnati, Iowa State, Texas State, Akron, Bowling Green, Wyoming, Colorado State, Coastal Carolina, and even the Pop-Tart Bowl mascot, which is a fan favorite.
What's wrong with you, gang?
Pop-Tarts Bowl has its own mascot, adding...
Freak wrong with you? Add a Pop-Tart Bowl and you don't say this?
Probably going to be most people's favorite.
Don't mess with that jump, bro. That jump disrespectful, gang.
There's added. So
freak,
a lot
bro.
of good additions here with the mascot.
Oh, bro, I don't like that jump, bro.
Last year, so now with this, it looks like we're maybe around
freak,
80,
bro.
which is pretty cool. A lot of the bigger schools
should
all
have
their people in the game at this point. And of course, each of these mascots will have their own flair. They're going to do the things in game that they would do in a real life game for the most part, so they're going to act like you would see if you were watching your team play. Moving over to the turnover traditions, we saw a good amount of this last year, and it looks like they've added quite a bit more because this is such a big part of college football now. These celebrations are unique, capturing the excitement and pride of impactful plays. So
I don't know why I ain't see Bama, bro. And I still don't see Bama, bro. I'm seeing these little goofy out boys right here. Why the frick is you showing them for?
Impactful plays. So here are some of the standout additions. So they're saying standout, which means maybe there's even more than this. It says Texas and Arizona turnover swords. Both teams have introduced turnover swords, adding a distinct flair to their celebrations. Look out for those footballs stacking up for Arizona. So yes, the more turnovers you get with Arizona, they will keep stacking balls on the sword like they do in real life. The Akron turnover tire is placed around a player after an interception or fumble recovery. Georgia's Savage pads were added. TCU Froghorn. The Horned Frogs celebrate touchdowns with the Froghorn, a beloved tradition among fans and players. Oklahoma State paddles. The fans celebrate with their symbolic.
Oh, these new things coming in. Okay, these new things.
Player hand sign Liberty. Players signal with unique hand signs after big plays, showcasing the program's pride and unity. Nebraska balloons. After a touchdown, Nebraska fans release balloons into the sky, and it says,
"Wow, for real? Release balloons in the sky? Hey, bro, they going all out with this. Okay, look at them, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a fluke, though. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a rumor. I'm gonna keep it G, but I thought it was a rumor. Did anybody think that college football 26 was a rumor? I thought it was a rumor. I did not think they were dropping college. I thought college football 25 was it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was so mad. I'm like, bro, what the freak? This is it right here? I honestly feel like college football 25, you know what I'm saying, was a beta. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like college football 25 was a beta. I don't feel college football 25 was, you know what I'm saying, the real deal. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was like a test run, and then 26 is going to be like the actual, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's just me,
turnover celebrations, more touchdowns.
I feel like college football 25 was the beta. You know, 26 is going to be the, you know,
these things that teams do in real life or fans do in real life. We want to see that in the game because it makes it feel more unique, more authentic. Moving on to rivalries, it says another area that we concentrated on was adding more rivalry game trophies, a big differentiator for college football. It says go out there and compete for the Battle of the Bones and try to collect them all for your trophy room. Make sure to check out the Dynasty Deep Dive tomorrow to learn more about that. Moving on to player likeness, it says last year they created over 12,000 player likenesses without traditional scanning methods, and they said, you know, this year they're trying to make it even better. They're trying to build on what they did last year with the AI learning and the faces and stuff, because obviously you can't scan that many players in the game. It's just not feasible. So it says there's a new standard this year. It says our main focus this year was improving player authenticity. In College Football 25, we established a strong base of player likeness variations. For College 26, we improved the fidelity for all player heads with the newly upgraded machine learning based pipeline. They also expanded player body types, which is something they absolutely needed to do.
Can we get tattoos?
QBs last year looked massive. It just was ridiculous. It says college athletes come in many sizes, and we wanted to showcase that diversity. This year, we introduced a lean body type to better represent the physiques of many college athletes, including quarterbacks, defensive backs, and wide receivers. So we should see the slimmer guys look slimmer this year, not look nearly as bulky as he did last year. They also did some work with jersey deformation and wrinkle simulation.
Thank you. This is another thing that I like. Thank you, bro. Like why in the freak did nobody have no freaking accessories last year? Can somebody tell me that? Like, was I tripping? Nobody had accessories. Everybody was blank. Like, everybody, nobody had no arm sleeves. Nobody had nothing. Like, everybody was just default. You know what I'm saying? You said, look, you said junk comes out in 14 days. Yeah, my junk comes out in 13 days. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the freak you talking about. You know what I'm saying? But my junk comes out in 13 days. You know what I mean?
Says this new feature adds a dynamic layer to the gameplay, especially alongside our physics-based tackling. We use machine learning to train thousands of player animations for realistic jersey deformation, improving the visual fidelity of every play. It says these updates ensure that every player, from the star quarterback to the underappreciated special teams player, look and feels like they belong on the field. Uniforms are key to college football's identity, showcasing the pride and uniqueness of each program. In College 26, we've made significant progress in expanding and updating uniform options, ensuring that every team, from high schools to FCS programs, look their best on the field. For high school uniforms, we introduced a mix of classic and modern.
Bro, I'm telling you, niggas ain't have accessories last year. Am I tripping, y'all? Niggas didn't have accessories last year. I know I'm not tripping, y'all, bro. Niggas did not have accessories last year, bro. No, they didn't, bro. No, they didn't, bro.
For high school teams, these designs will be unique to each high school.
Niggas ain't have accessories
so whether you
last
prefer
year, bro.
Traditional designs or
I know I'm not
modern
tripping,
looks,
gang.
these uniforms capture the essence of high school football. But it says players can also import.
Did they have accessories last year?
Builder for even more personalization, which
I know I'm not tripping, y'all.
Are probably going to do that.
Not tripping.
Some more updates for uniforms. It says throughout the year, our team continues to review uniforms to keep teams current.
Everybody was blank, bro. Nobody had arm sleeves or nothing.
And Missouri State's assets are brand
new.
No,
I'm not tripping, gang.
Along with other updates to many teams. This includes over 25 new helmet options and other items not included in College 25. And it says they've also addressed multiple community feedback notes, such as fixing the color shift on Arizona.
I'm sorry, y'all. Golly, bro. I don't know how y'all don't drink water, bro. I'm sorry. This off the script, but good God. I'm talking about, boy, it's hot as heck. It's not hot in here. I ain't gonna lie. It's breezy. But, bro, I'm like, how don't y'all drink water? Like, you really got niggas that don't drink water? Man, I drink this junk like juice. I'm gonna keep it drink with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, but I drink water like juice, bro. Especially when you got ice up in this thing. But this junk be nice, and I'll be like, God, G. Like, how can something be so good, bro? It has no taste. I don't get it. I can't believe that. I just cannot believe that. You know what I'm saying? I just be like, what the, like, bro? How is something so good? How is something so good? You know what I'm saying? Something so good and don't have no taste. Jesus.
Maroon helmet and the nameplate clipping into the stripes on the LSU jersey and others detailed and more accurate. Moving on to head coaches, it says they have 300 coach likenesses in College 26. This includes head coaches and a large amount of real offensive and defensive coordinators. We already kind of knew that, but they're just reiterating it here in this deep dive. This is an interesting one that says the
ain't gonna cop, man. I see a lot of trolls in here. Shut the frick up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Just go and shut up, all right? You know, it's not gonna end well for you, all right, bro? Stop trolling me, gang. You know what I'm saying? I see some trolls up in here, bro. Let's go and talk to them in the chat, bro. Don't mess with me, bro. Don't get on my bad side. Right? I'm trying to chill today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with me. Don't F with me, bro. All right, bro.
Characters. It says college football is as much about the atmosphere as the game itself, the excitement of the crowd, the energy of the student section, and passion across the whole crowd all add to the magic of game day. For College 26, they've added 1,700 plus new heads for secondary characters. It says we created a wide variety of new heads to ensure that the crowd feels as lively and diverse as the players on the field. It also says they did some stuff with strand hair simulation. It says this new hair technology adds realism to characters, from cheerleaders to student sections when we zoom in on the camera. It also also says student, hero, crowd, and cheerleaders. These characters
cheerleaders
upgraded to match the detail of our players, ensuring that every
aspect of the game
feels connected and immersive. And it says, yes, we heard the memes about last year, that one super fan who seemed to appear in every game. He's now watching from home, replaced by a more varied and authentic crowd. So,
yes.
yeah, last year, I mean, crowd was fine in my opinion last year for the first game, but they're trying to make it better. You don't want to see the exact same fan at every stadium, which we saw last year. You want to make them also look as realistic as possible. Some of the fans looked a little crazy at times, so it looks like they're just doing work to vary up the crowd, make it look more unique. Each time you load into a game, you kind of see something different there, which is cool. Moving on to audio and commentary, it says we're excited to bring back our 2 commentary teams.
What type of ball was that?
Moving on to audio and commentary, it says we're excited to bring back our 2 commentary teams from College 25 into College 26. Combined, our teams have spent 200 additional hours.
Hey, is it me? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Is it me though? But I rather, like, I'm not gonna lie. I rather, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'll be playing any music, bro, when it comes to College Football 25. Like, I'd rather hear the band. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear the band. Like, college football, that's what I say, like, that's how it is in college, bro, than real life. Not real life, but then NFL, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just way more lit, bro. Like, even on College Football 25, when I was on that, bro, I just like hearing the band. I like hearing that. It just got me more turned. You know what I'm saying? So don't expect no music playing in the background. I'd rather just hear bands and, you know, the crowd. And I don't know. I like that junk. You know what I'm saying? I like it, bro. You feel me?
15,000 new lines to build on their initial College 20.
College is way more hype, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Added more content around rivalry games, Battle of the Bones, Wagon Wheel, Battle for I-10, for example, College Football Playoff, and the callouts and recaps on significant results from 2024. Everything from the Texas early visit to Michigan last year to the 8 OT Classic between Georgia and Georgia Tech, capping it off with each of the 2024 College Football Playoff games in case anyone was looking for payback. We've also added banter around coaches and players from last year. Having real coaches as a part of College 26, it's something that our commentary teams thoroughly enjoyed exploring for the first time. As for the players, some of the players will be mentioning having returned this upcoming season to help lead the way in a push towards the playoffs. And some teams will be looking for answers and replacing the production of...
Why are we losing to LSU though, gang? Like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the disrespect with Alabama has been real, gang. Like, I guess since we haven't put belt like we've been putting belt lately, bro, people been disrespecting us. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why the freak we're losing to 21-14 to LSU when that would never happen in an entire life.
Towards the playoffs, and some teams will discuss.
I don't get it, bro. I just don't understand, bro.
And replacing
what's up, bro?
The production of players who left.
Freak, bro.
Finally, we want to add to your story throughout the season, whether in Dynasty or Road to Glory, and hearing how your season is progressing through the commentary is important. Creating talking points about postseason results from the previous year, national ranking check-ins, reliance on the transfer portal, your recruiting results, and how you as a player are progressing through an individual game.
Deep dives, man. Deep dives.
The season feel more alive. So that's good. I mean, commentary definitely could have been better last year, so it sounds like they're working on it, making it a little bit more authentic this year, making it mention things that you're doing in your modes, which I think is very important. So we'll see how that plays out. Moving on to the music, it says, beyond putting our commentary together, one of our favorite things is working on the wide variety of music. It says, for PA music, fan favorites from last year have returned in Sandstorm, Zombie Nation, Tsunami, and of course Mobamba. But this year we've added those iconic stadiums to Boston, Mr. Brightside, Seven Nation Army, and Enter Sandman, and more.
What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Sandman, Seven Nation Army. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? We need some Lil Durk up on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all never have rappers like Lil Durk? You know what I'm saying? G Herbo or something, bro. Do I look like I listen to Seven Nation Army and Enter the Sandman? You know what I mean? Are you crazy? Like, what is this?
So there's gonna be more than
I don't get it. Do I look like I listen to Seven Nation Army and Sandman? Nigga, I want some Lil Durk and I want some G Herbo, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to be lit. I don't want to listen to no Sandman. I don't want to listen to no Brightside. And I don't want to listen to no Seven Nation Army, bro.
Schools who use some of these songs for iconic moments every Saturday, like Virginia Tech and Michigan, we hope you enjoy being able to recreate those iconic moments at home with your friends and family. And then that brings us to the marching band. It says, first off, the press start screen is going to sound a bit different from last year. That's because we worked with Auburn University Marching Band under the leadership of marching band director Corey Spurgeon, I believe that's how you say his name, to record a version of our theme for College 26. Additionally, we're excited to launch this year with 88 new pieces of marching band music to enhance the stadium experience for our players. We scoured message boards, Reddit threads, and even tuned in to some passionate streamers looking for iconic songs players were seeking after launch last last year.
Ooh.
So there's going to be a lot more band songs in the game in general. I think we're going to hear a lot of this in the menu, so we're not just going to hear the same drumline beat from last year, thank God. And then it also adds on here SMU. Y'all are crazy with those different fight song variations. And Houston,
yeah, SMU shouldn't even get talked about anymore. I ain't gonna lie. Don't talk about them anymore.
Y'all are crazy.
They got
with those different
embarrassed.
Fight song variations.
You looked embarrassing.
We'll always be talking about the Cougars, so I guess they're just hinting at some stuff that is in the game. And here they actually do mention the drum line. It says, as part of the 88 new pieces of music, we have 20 new drumline tracks to feature in-game as part of the menu, so we won't hear the same one as last year over and over and over. It also says here that they're proud to be pairing the drumline with 51 new fight songs from schools around the country and 16 pop song covers by the EA Sports College Football Marching Band. It says, we recorded these 16 stadium-rattling interpretations of songs from pop, rock, country, hip-hop, and beyond, including Blinding Lights, I Had Some Help, B.O.B., Swag Surfing, Get By, Focus, DNA, Vegas, and more to add to your experience in game. So I think these will play during game. It might play in menus as well, but I think bands will play some of these songs during the game, just like they would in real life. So that's pretty cool. And that's not it. We got more here. It says chants and crowds. It says we focus on amplifying fight songs and rousers to bring the music and crowd together.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith
the Maryland
definitely
Maryland's victory song
will not do that in real life.
As part of Bowling Green's AZ.
I just seen it. I'm like, what?
By the
Are
way,
you serious?
These have been a blast to put together. It says one of the big focal points of the audio experience this year was to push our crowd chants even more where they were in College 25. So we recorded an additional 160 chants to feature in our game across all modes. Yes, even in High School and Road to Glory, there will be chants for the teams there. It says they've added new crowd chants for a lot of teams, and they also have added them singing along to songs.
That's realistic. Y'all see that? Belt to booty. That is realistic.
Chants for
you see that score? Do y'all see that? That's beautiful. That is realistic. That happens in real life. Straight belt to booty. You know what I mean? That happens in real life. This is more realistic. This is more realistic right here.
A lot of teams, and they also have added.
That's what I like to see. Do you see that jackass on the floor like he's a stupid jackass?
And they also have added.
Look at him. That's what I like to see. Straight punishment. That's what we do to him in real life right there.
Along to songs like Mr. Brightside and Enter Sandman. So not only will you hear it playing, you'll hear the crowd.
You put that nigga in the sand, man.
Along with it as well. And it says, finally, let's talk about crowd noise. No college game is complete without a fired up crowd.
Straight sand.
They have been able to amplify and build out the crowd experience to make places like Tiger Stadium at LSU stand out. It says our partnership with ESPN in this area has been fantastic in building these environments, and College Football 26 will have added recordings from over 40 games from the 2024 season. And it says they also added new in-game broadcast graphics. It says we have refreshed the game with a new style and all new broadcast banners throughout the game from the first time.
Call it some trash plays, man. I'm just looking at your plays. You were calling trash plays, man.
Entering the field, you can trigger a large variety of different information from game to game, such as comparing top players between the team, a lineup view of the defensive lineup, a crew of the top talented running backs, comparing the QBs against each other, or featuring the team's top impact players of the game. So yeah, all in all, it sounds like they're taking what they did last year with 25, which I thought was pretty solid presentation for the first game back. They're building on it this year. We've got more mascots, more runouts, more epic night games, more stuff for rivalries, more commentary, music, which I think is actually really cool because that's like the harder stuff to get sometimes. So they got more music, more crowd chants, adding more uniforms, making the uniforms look better, making player types look better. I mean, I think all this is good stuff. At this point, I would say the one big thing I hope they work on in the future is like a crazy halftime show. And since they did
that's what I was saying
this year, I would think maybe next year.
I was just saying that.
Game. But all in all, they're doing pretty good with the presentation and the atmosphere. And I can't wait to get my hands on the game.